Hey guys, Zaryu here, and today I want to walk you guys how to duel Demon Hunters as an Arcane Mage in current patch 8.1 BFA. So let's jump into it, into the game right here. First things first, we're looking at the Transmog. Alright, so you need to get your Transmog on point if you really want to beat a Demon Hunter. I'm kind of kidding. But let's be honest, Transmog is really important here. So the color combinations are just, rate my Transmog out of 10 down below. Okay, actually jumping into the video. No more messing around. This is the spec that I'm going to run. I'm going to talk about spec, talents, PvP talents. I'm going to talk about my traits, my stat priority, and then hop into a game and really break down the play style and how it's going to look when you're fighting a Demon Hunter. So right away, guys, I'm playing Amplification. Just to let you know, you could play Arcane Familiar if you want. I don't think it's a huge difference, but I think Amplification's maybe a little bit better to burst down the Demon Hunters, especially if they're running behind the pillar and you're getting extra value from the Arcane Missiles with the Amplification talent. Shimmer, have to play Shimmer here. Absolutely need it for kiting, and you'll see why here in a second when we get further along in this video, when we jump into the actual gameplay. But Shimmer, very important. To be able to actually kite a Demon Hunter. There's no way you're going to do that without Shimmer. Incanter's Flow, keeping up the damage. Mirror Images, we just kind of get LOS'd or kited, not get a ton of value. Definitely want to play Incanters. And Rune of Power, you never want to play. In this row, I've actually been testing a good amount of Supernova and Charged Up. I think they're very similar as far as the value you're getting. I think I might even like Supernova a bit better. In this video, though, I did use Charged Up, and it seemed to work great as well. But this I'll kind of leave up to you. So what's the benefit of Supernova? It's an instant cast spell that knocks them up. It does a little bit of damage, and it heals you with the Quick Thinking trait, which we'll get to here in a second. Valuable, right? Charged Up allows you to burst a bit harder. Boom, 4 arcane charges, palm, double blast, or you can already be at 4 charges, Arcane Barrage, Charged Up, double blast, and then Arcane Barrage again. Lots of burst, right? So Charged Up, a bit more burst. Supernova, a bit safer. You can kite a bit better with it. You can get the Quick Thinking heal from it, whereas you would not from Charged Up. So it's just a Charged Up, more burst. Supernova, a bit more safe. And I'm actually maybe leaning towards Supernova as I play more and more duels as Arcane. Chrono Shift. Lock it in. Close your eyes. Never think about it again. This is OP. Slows them by 50% and increases your movement speed by 50%. That's crazy. 50 plus 50, you can double check my math if you want, comes out to 100. That's a lot of slow, right? I mean, that's crazy. You can kite Demon Hunters just because of this talent right here. Well, this talent and Shimmer and Displacement all kind of in conjunction, but Chrono Shift definitely allows it to happen. So lock it in. Nether Tempest, really good for taking down that battlefield focus. And then Arcane Orb for actually, you could play Overpowered or Time Anomaly here. It's not crazy important. Kind of the same reasoning here. Supernova. Instant cast, damage, allows you to build stacks, heals you with Quick Thinking, just good. Overpowered, bit more burst. You could play Overpowered. I wouldn't judge you guys if you played Overpowered and you wanted to get a little bit more damage in there. But I think Arcane Orb, safer bet, bit more consistent. And as far as the PvP talents here, guys, I am playing with Gladiator's Medallion. Pretty much, I shouldn't say always play with Medallion. Some matchups actually take Adaptation, but a lot of the times play with Gladiator's Medallion. Pair it with things like Temp Shield or Counterspell or being able to trinket something for a clutch kill. So valuable. Now, Arcane Empowerment I have locked in. I think it is important to note that if you wanted, you could go Mass Invis, and you could also go Netherwind Armor to play a bit more defensive. And I think that's totally fine. The reason I'm playing Arcane Empowerment is to give me a bit more offense so I can actually finish off Demon Hunters. As you'll see here in the duel, sometimes it's a bit difficult to actually land the kill. Temp Shield, 100% needed to sustain yourself against Demon Hunters, and Master of Escape, so I can Master of Escape as a wall, or Greater Invis as a wall, more frequently, pairing it with those enemy offensive cooldowns. Now, jumping into my traits, guys, this is where the magic happens. Seriously, it's pretty magical. Quick Thinking, guys. It's a new trait with 8.1. Your instant cast damaging spells heal you for 4/7/7/4. Have this in the helm. Have this in the shoulders. Have this in the chest. Very important because it procs off Nether Tempest applications. Not each tick, but each time you press Nether Tempest for the first time, it procs off Arcane Barrage. It procs off Arcane Explosion. By the way, even if there's no enemy around, Arcane Explosion will heal you. Look at that. Boom, getting healed every Arcane Explosion. That's insane. You'll probably see that in the duel as well. But basically having a way to sustain yourself, heal yourself, very critical to winning this matchup. Like, you need these traits or the duel is just not going to happen, guys. So 100% get these. Now, this Helm, Battlefield Focus. Battlefield Focus can do a good amount of your damage. Do I have a SCADA summary up? 9.1% of my damage. I don't know what this is from. Arena's duels last night. Whatever this SCADA is from, it does a lot of damage, okay? 9% of your damage, according to some random SCADA data. Heed My Call, same thing, good amount of damage. In the shoulders, I'm going with Arcane Pummeling. It's good, it's not crazy. It's good, it's not crazy, right? But it's really for that quick thinking, so any shoulders you can go with quick thinking, and Arcane Pummeling is okay. And then the chest piece, once again, it's for that quick thinking. Filthy Transfusion, it's okay, but it's not really why you're playing with this chest. You're playing with this chest for that quick thinking trait. So those are the traits. As far as stat priority, guys, I'm going with full haste. I'm at 22% haste, getting as much haste as I can. I'm actually going with the Coastal Surge enchant on my weapon. This thing's OP. Let's look at the healing done. Coastal Surge, 9% of my healing. Quick thinking, this is once again random data, but you kind of see the point there. It does heal for quite a bit. So definitely pretty solid if you're doing a dual spec. All right, not an arena. All right, this is 1v1, so you want to maximize heals. Coastal Surge. This is Blizzard. I hope you're not watching. Don't nerf it. Okay. Anyway, let's move on. We have some haste. Gems, haste, enchants, pretty much maximizing haste all around. My second stat is versatility. Third stat, mastery. Fourth stat, crit. So haste, verse, mastery, crit is what I'm doing with the stat priority. Boom, there's the talents, there's the gear, there's the enchants, there's the stats, there's the traits, there's the everything you need to know. Let's jump into some gameplay. Alright guys, here we are on the Grand Arena. This is not a 2v2, it's a war game, so it's just me versus the Demon Hunter. The other two guys are simply spectators. And then actually I'm going to rewind this for the start of the game so you guys can see exactly how we open up here. But things to keep in mind, we really want to do the best job we can at minimizing damage, maximizing healing, and then just slowly kiting the Demon Hunter and then slowly taking him out. If we've played too aggressive, then the matchup's just not going to go in our favor, right? You can definitely, like if you're just running in and getting kicked in Arcane, you can definitely lose this. So first, Global. Throwing out that Chrono Shift. We talked about how valuable that is. And look at this, guys. I'm sprinting away. He's slowed. He pops meta. I shrink it, blink, and then I pop back around, throw out the Arcane Orb, Nether Tempest, Frost Nova, every single spell, Nether Tempest again, healing me, Prismatic Barrier, healing me, Arcane Missiles, not healing me actually, throwing out the Barrages, healing me, Nether Tempest, healing me, Barrage, healing me, right? So I'm using almost every single global to 1, kite him, 2, heal myself, and then 3, slowly whittle him down. So a lot of you guys that might PvE are like, dude, why are you not casting Arcane Blast? Like, dude, what are you doing? Like, do some damage, Czar. Damage is secondary, right? You really want to get in a good position. Right now, he has Metamorphosis up. We're trying to survive. Damage is secondary to kiting and healing. As you can see right here, 30% life. We displace back. We throw up the shield. Nether Tempest heals us. Barrage slowing him down. Orb stacking up. Once again, Barrage slowing him down, sprinting away. This is the sustain. Right here is what you guys need to learn if you want to duel a Demon Hunter successfully. You need to learn how to kite them and recover and sustain if you want to beat a Demon Hunter. There's no way you're going to race them down, right? You're going to have to play a longer game like this to actually beat a Demon Hunter. That's why the quick thinking traits are absolutely necessary. You get stunned here. Blinking away, you have 4 blinks, right? You have 2 blinks, and then a displace, and then another blink once you displace. And then we still have Ice Block, we still have Wall, we still have Mass Invisibility. All right, we have a lot of these different traits. By the way, I think in this matchup, I actually am playing Mass Invisibility instead of the Arcane Damaging trait, the one that increases damage by 5% per stack for Arcane Missiles. So either way, it kind of does work there, as I mentioned earlier with the spec breakdown. But yeah, continuing to get damage out, Battlefield Focus procs, and this is where you start to get value, right? Game goes on a little bit, he doesn't have as much healing, you know, the game starts to sink in, Battlefield Focus comes up, now he's 30% life, I heal back to 100% life, he has the Battlefield Focus on him, I really want to get that Nether Tempest, so the Nether Tempest starts to tick the Battlefield Focus, Transfusion and Nether Tempest ticking it so hard, Chrono Shift continuing with the kites, this Demon Hunter having a very, very difficult time connecting, and of course, Demon Hunters have a lot of healing as well, right? So this isn't going to be a duel that just ends instantly, but that Battlefield Focus at 22 stacks, we're looking at that 22 right there, just trying to take that down. Use Mass Invis to kind of juke out Demon Hunter. Get that Nether Tempest up. Chrono Shift as well. There's that charged up Palm double Arcane Blast. Trinket there on the stun. Interrupt him immediately on that spellcast as well. He's at 30% life or so, trying to do his best to connect. And this is where Arcane Mages just do really, really, really well, right? You're getting damage out. They can't connect. You're kiting their offensive cooldowns. And once they have nothing, you're kind of slowly poking them to death. And a lot of you guys ask me, why don't you play Arcane anymore? Is it bad? And my answer is no. Arcane's actually great. It's great at poking people to death. It's great at not dying. It's great at kiting. It has great mobility. It's a good spec. But the reason I don't play it a lot in Arena is because it's a lot of the time a little bit of a slower pace spec is in terms of playstyle, right? You have to play like this. Now, if I sat in place and casted Arcane Blast, I get interrupted on the Arcane Blast. Guess what? I'm just going to die. 1, Arcane Blast is not instant cast. It's not going to heal me through quick thinking. 2, if I get interrupted, it locks me out of things like Temp Shield, Shimmer, aka Blink, Greater Invis, Mass Invis, Prismatic Barrier. Everything I do defensively, I won't be able to do anymore if I get locked. So I pretty much can't get kicked, right? So how do I combat that? I don't cast, right? You don't cast, you just use instant cast damaging spells, and you slowly whittle down the enemy, kite him with your infinite mobility, or close to infinite mobility, and doing a good job of just minimizing damage taken, slowly whittling him down, and then bursting him down when possible. So here he pops the wall, and I have a proc up for a ton of Arcane Missile damage. After this wall, I still have Arcane Power, so I can pop Arcane Power and really just channel the missiles down if I can bait the kick. Now, the thing is, the key point here is if I can bait the kick, right? Casting Arcane Missiles is not worth it if you're going to get kicked and end up dying and costing you the duel, because they can burst very, very heavily when you get kicked. So it's all about faking out the kicks. Boom! There we fake the kick. Now we cast the Arcane Power and channel down the missiles. This Demon Hunter is very smart. I think he's a Gladiator, maybe like 3K rated DK on the ladder currently. Maybe I should have mentioned that all of these duel. I plan to do a bunch of dueling videos. I'm gonna be trying to get really, really good opponents, right? I'm not trying to duel people outside Durotar or something. I want 3K rated rank 1 or Gladiator level players that I can get really, really good games against. But anyway, definitely don't want to get kicked on the missiles, right? Want to get the interrupts out of the way and then channel the missiles. But look at this, guys. I have infinite sustain here with that quick thinking trait. Demon Hunter, 16% life, no defensive cooldowns left. I have the double Arcane Blast, channel the missiles, fake the kick, get the Chrono Shift out, keeping him nice and slow. I actually block offensively there and lock him out. Now, this is a little scary, all right? A little scary. Demon Hunter doesn't die there on that offensive block, and that probably was a mistake on my end to even block in a situation like that. I probably could have saved that ice block and just saved it for a defensive purpose, but I thought he would die. He didn't die, and now it's all of a sudden kind of a sketchy duel. But he does have Battlefield Focus. He is getting pretty low on HP. I do get stunned with no Trinket, no ice block, so this is very scary. You can throw at the wall, and this is really where I should have blocked, but we blink away, get the Chrono Shift on him, get the Nether Tempest on him, throw out the Orb, and this is the sustain that I'm talking about right here, boys. Throwing out the slows, throwing out every global is either Nether Tempest or Arcane Barrage. Nether Tempest, Arcane Barrage, getting a heal, Arcane Explosion heals you. Look at this, Arcane Explosion over and over at a distance. Nether Tempest, Arcane Barrage, Arcane Explosion, anything instant cast, damaging spell, so that it tops me back to full HP. Now that I'm full HP, I can play a bit more aggressive once again, but that was way too close for comfort. That's why blocking in a situation like that's probably just not the move. He pops the Metamorphosis. I think that might have been the proc actually with the unused Trinket. So much damage, really just want to max range here. Make sure I minimize damage taken. Now Dampening's at 9%. Which means his healing's getting lower, and which means my healing's getting lower. So both on both sides, it's going to end one way or another with this dampening actually kicking in. Demon Hunter's running in, throw out the Nether Tempest, throw out the Barrage. Could have done that in the opposite order, the Barrage and then the Tempest if I wanted. Probably a bit more value there. Throw up that Arcane Intellect because he does perch it. Counterspell him in that cast. Have a ton of damage coming out. Do get interrupted, so Frost Nova, kind of the only thing I can use there. But now that he has kick out of the way, I can pop missiles and just channel missiles until he goes down. So waiting for that wall to end, and then hopefully we can channel these missiles. I guess he's gonna have kick back up at this point. And that's what's difficult. If you do get kicked, he has Darkness and Blur, or Metamorphosis or Line of Sight. So a lot of the times it's very difficult to actually finish out the matchup. He does a very nice Imprison there on my Temp Shield, and the Temp Shield doesn't heal me when I'm in prison. And this is why this matchup is hard, guys. Like, I think the Arcane Mage should win, but at the same time, it's not like it's very difficult to kill the Demon Hunter, and it's very, very difficult to sustain yourself if you mess up a couple of globals or get kicked too often. But that's pretty much how the duel's going to end. He has no wall, he has no darkness, he's kind of low HP, he's chasing me down. Battlefield focus procs, we throw the Nether Tempest out, we get the missiles, trying to fake the kick there, throw out the barrage, throw out the orb, throw out another barrage, try to fake the missiles again, do fake the kick, a couple more missiles and a barrage to finish him off. So that'll be the duel, right? It's close. It's close. It's not an easy duel one way or the other. You need to kite. Once again, my Ice Block, probably not the greatest talent choice. You could maybe go Supernova to make it a little bit easier in your favor. But just kiting the Demon Hunter, keeping up the instant cast damaging spells to keep up your HPS. HPS is very important in the matchup. And then with the high HPS, good kiting, then you start faking out the kicks, get the kick out of the way, channel the Arcane Missiles, kill the Demon Hunter that way. Don't cast Arcane Blast. Don't really need to cast Polymorph too much. Really, really want to avoid getting interrupted. But that's the duel, guys. Arcane Mage versus Demon Hunter. Guys, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. If you did not enjoy the video, make sure to give it a big thumbs down. Talk to me down below in the comments about what type of videos you guys want to see in the future. There's a dueling tournament next Friday that I think I'm going to be playing in, and like I've been practicing a ton of duels versus a bunch of different classes. So if you guys want to see more dueling guides, definitely let me know, because I have a ton of footage, guides versus warlocks, rogues. I could do other mages, demon hunters. I think I have footage against feral druid, all of those type of things. If you guys want to see it, let me know down below if you do, and then also what classes you want to see me fight as an arcane mage. But thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to subscribe. Follow me on Twitter at ZaryuLOL and Instagram at ZaryuLOL. I usually tweet when there's a new video going live. I usually Insta story when there's a video going live. So definitely keep up to date with me over there. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.